This is Edson Thevenin, a son, a brother, a husband, and a father to 2 young boys. In 2016, Edson had attended his brother's 28th birthday party in Troy, New York. Unfortunately, he never made it home. At approximately 3 a.m. on April 17, 2016, Edson had left the party and was on his way home. During what should have been a routine traffic stop for a suspected DWI, Officer Randall French shot Edson, who was pronounced dead on the scene. The events of that evening led to a now 5-year-long battle between Thevenin's family and the city of Troy as they attempt to expose the corruption that transpired in the reports and trials based around Edson's murder. While already on the scene and completing a sobriety test on Thevenin, Officer French was joined by Captain Montanino of the Troy Police Department. During the traffic stop, after failing a sobriety test, Thevenin had attempted to flee in his vehicle, and in doing so was stopped when his vehicle struck a concrete highway divider. Though Thevenin's vehicle was then blocked in place by Montanino and French's vehicle, he attempted to flee a second time. When backing up to do so, he struck Captain Montanino's patrol vehicle. According to Officer French, Thevenin then attempted to pull forward and in doing so, pinned him between both his vehicle and Thevenin's. Officer French claimed that he then fired his weapon in defense of himself as he was pinned between both vehicles and on the hood of Thevenin's car. 8 shots were fired in total, of which Thevenin was struck 7 times between his chest, head, and other extremities. Thevenin was pronounced dead on the scene. While this particular case did not garner national media attention, locals immediately rallied behind the Thevenin family and their claims of this murder being unjust. Not only had there been conflicting evidence in the police reports, but the overall handling of the case as well as the treatment of Thevenin's family had sparked outrage. Directly after the shooting, Thevenin's family was notified of his death, only they were told that he had died in a car accident. A Troy police officer at the scene of the hospital had advised them of the shooting, which would be the only information that they would receive until the press conference took place the following day, a press conference which both his mother and wife were denied access to. District Attorney Joel Abelov mishandled the case from start to finish, starting with incorrectly advising the press that the Attorney General would not be seeking jurisdiction, even though they had already become involved, to not only furthering Officer French's false claims, but also rushing the case to the grand jury before investigations were completed. Troy Police Department and Joel Abelov withheld a mountain of evidence that was coming into light as the grand jury trial was taking place. Eyewitnesses came forward to state that Officer French had fired into Thevenin's vehicle twice before he was pinned, and also before the vehicle had begun to move forward. These claims were supported not only by video footage, but also by trajectory evidence to show that Thevenin's vehicle was impacted by bullets from 2 different possible positions. Thanks to the support of the community and the continued fight from Edson's family, Abelov was eventually charged with perjury and obstruction of justice. Just months before the trial would take place, Officer Randall French died from complications due to COVID in 2020. Though there was an insurmountable amount of evidence brought against Joel Abelov, he was acquitted of all charges during his trial in September of 2020. With the 5-year anniversary of Edson's death recently passing, his family continues to fight for justice. For more information and to provide support to Edson's family, please visit www.justiceforedson.com.